It's church planting movements.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Sure. Yeah.
Thoughts on church planting movements? Because that is the overwhelming head of the pack missions methodology
Yeah.
out there today.
I just feel like I'm saying the same thing on every single one of these. I appreciate the motives. I think I assume it's led by sincere brothers and sisters in Christ. Don't trust it as far as I can throw it. Lots of fake statistics. They get excited over the wrong things. They're sloppy in defining what a church is. And ultimately, when you're sloppy in defining what a church is, you're going to be sloppy in defining what a Christian is. And people will go to hell because of your errors. So I take their motives as good. I take their work as sinister. So I try to be careful where our money goes and what we support, because I think we're accountable for it, and I think that Satan likes to appear as an angel of light. And in the same way, they might look at my work and say, yeah, he's telling you it's not urgent, slow down. Many people go to hell because of people, good men like Mark Dever, who are just misinformed. I would just go right back at you. I think millions of people will be told by people like you, but they're good with God because they said yes to this weekend plan, and then you'll run on because all anybody ever deserves is one shot at the gospel anyway, right? I think it was horrible of you to baptize them spontaneously when they're going to burn forever in hell. And I think you should have been much more careful, like Jesus taught, like we see in the New Testament, like you see pastors being in the New Testament. Jesus is playing a much more serious long-term game than the sort of corporate metric, statistic, North American kind of thing that we see in a lot of modern American missiology today.
Why do you think that missiology has gotten particular traction in North America? Why do you think churches have been engaged by it so much?
A couple of things. One, the U.S. is full of can-do people. There's a kind of national attitude. I mean, more than the U.K., more than Canada. The U.S. is just full of people who they came here because they thought they could, make something of it. Not everybody. There were some people brought here as enslaved persons. There were Native Americans who were already here. But I mean, there are tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions of people in this country who we are the children of the people who went. And I was just reminded when I was standing in Cambridge looking around, these are all the children of the people who stayed. And there's just a national character difference, when you've had for centuries the kind of gene pools separated out. So I think there is something in the American character that goes for ambitious, big, we can fix this. And there's so much good in the image of God in that I appreciate. But I think when you combine that with the really sickly, poor teaching in American pulpits for the last century in evangelical, Bible-believing churches, I'm not surprised that pragmatism takes over, and we just assume God has said less and less about the church that matters, and therefore we simply go according to our own wisdom to create conversions, and we end up making a royal mess of things, which I think is what's done in much of this missiology.
Yeah.